Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is David Novak. For the last month or so, I have quit reading entirely. I have not touched a single book. I've read possibly an article here or there online, but that's about it. Because I've been devoting myself to a poetry writing project. I mean, there have been days when I have probably written upwards of 10 poems. Not every day. Honestly, I've begun to get a little bit bored of the poetry project. I want to keep doing it, but I also am resenting that all of my personal reading goals have been put on hiatus for it. I've never been able to do both things at one time, reading and writing. Some people who do not need to sleep as much as I do perhaps can fit both things into their life. I have never been able to do that. I'm going to experiment and see if I can push forth with perhaps writing a single poem a day pertaining to the theme of what is looking more and more like a book. I am not typing any of this stuff down and have not taken any steps toward assembling these things into a manuscript at this time. My first goal is really to try to get my reading back on track, if it is plausible right now. I don't know for a fact. During this period, even though I have not been reading at all, I have occasionally purchased a book here or there. There have been two that I've bought in the last probably 6 weeks. This just recently came in. I heard about this book on Heidi's channel, My Reading Life. She finished this recently and thought it was a good read. And looking online, I found that I was able to get a copy of this book for less than $4, including shipping. And now, having opened it and looked at it, it looks like it is completely up my alley, even though I am not a fan of memoirs. There is a chapter here talking about the emergency in Kenya. I've read a little bit of history of the geography, but really don't know anything about Kenya from an ecological standpoint. And so this is the first African woman and the first environmentalist to win the Nobel Peace Prize. So that's what it says on the front cover. And just looking at the book, it looks fascinating, but I don't want to give up my Chinese archaeology project. I have several books to try to get back in the swing of, and I have my history of the British and French in North America by Francis Parkman, which was a goal I had to finish that book this year. I think it would still be possible if I get back to it and give it my little daily effort and don't get sidetracked. That said, though, this poetry project, they have been poems dealing with the current political situation in the United States with the slide toward dictatorship. And I would like to continue to writing simply as an assertion of my free speech rights as an American, for one thing. Maybe a poem a day if I can do it, if I can squeeze it in and balance that with the reading. I really don't know. I'm not going to tackle this anytime soon, but it is something that I would like to tackle soon. So it may have to wait. I am so out of sync with reading at this point that I just don't know how to fit everything together. not to mention just having to live one's life, that kind of thing. So just reporting to let you know that I am seriously thinking about starting to read again, and seriously thinking about putting some of the writing onto the back burner. I will leave that here. Thank you very much for stopping by my channel, and I will report further if I get into the swing of posting this sort of video as well. Thank you.